Hey friends, hello, good morning and happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, December 21st, which means it is surgery day. And let me tell you, your girl has been cool as a cucumber up until about an hour ago. We are leaving in about half an hour to go to the hospital. And now the old nerves are setting in. But I felt like amazing up until this point. Like even this morning, I was fine. I slept great last night. And now I'm a nervous wreck, but I know it's gonna be good. And I have faith in my doctor. I have faith in the staff. What?
I'm just listening.
And I'm driving Sean crazy with my nervous energy. But
I'm being very calm.
you are. You're very calm. Sean, because of this little like pandemic that we've been in for the last like 2 years, Sean is not able to actually go in with me into the hospital.
It's been a long 15 days.
So he's just gonna drop me and then head back home until I'm ready to go home. So surgery, well, I need to check into the hospital at 10:30 this morning. It takes roughly about an hour to get to the hospital. So we'll be leaving here in about half an hour. But first, I have to drink that mystery pre-op drink, which by the way, I got some messages from some of you saying, hey, I had to take the same thing. It's totally fine. So thank you for that. The messages and the well wishes have meant so much to me. So thank you so much. And just knowing that like, I'm not the only one who had to drink this mystery drink. So I'm getting ready to drink that now and figured this is the perfect opportunity to open up this surgery vlog with you guys because it's here. So let's go ahead and drink this white grape carbonated drink, which shout out to my girl Sandy. She was like, make sure that drink is cold. She was like, it's not bad, but make sure it's cold. So shout out to Sandy because I didn't even like think about that until she said something. So, all right, let's get this drink down. All right, here is said mystery pre-op drink. The Rowberry pups say hi.
Take two.
Take two. No, it's fine. We're just gonna roll with it. So this is cold, but I do have a cup of ice here just to make it a little extra cold. So let's see how this goes. All right, so instead of first sniffs, let's do a first taste test together. Pre-op, down the hatchet. It's not bad. I don't love grape flavor, but it's not bad. It's certainly not carbonated. They lie. This is not carbohydrate. But she said it was carbonated too. Nice. All right, I've got 15 minutes to get this down. All right, y'all, it is almost time. I asked Sean, do you miss me yet?
I sure do.
Yeah, no, he doesn't miss me yet. We are getting ready to turn onto the street that the hospital is on. I'm only here mildly early. It's 10 to 10 and I'm not supposed to be here till 10:30, but it's fine. In total Lisa fashion, I'm here early. So, but hopefully they can take me back early. That would be amazing. Let's get this show on the road so your girl can go home. So we'll see how it goes. I'll see about checking in. I don't know how this is going to work going into the hospital and all of that. If I'm going to be with it enough out of surgery to pick up the camera, but I'm going to do my best. I think I will. I think I'll be fine. But I will definitely check in with you on the other side. Hey friends, guess what? We did it. We did it. And as you can tell, we are home. It is just a little past 6:30 and it went really well. It went really well. I am feeling much better than I was expecting. In fact, the discharge nurse was like, yeah, you're doing great. Go home. So I was able to pee on my own. That's one of the things with this particular surgery because your uterus and all of that stuff shares a space obviously with your bladder and your bowels. So that's why like when you go in and do surgery, it can kind of like freeze things up a little bit. But as soon as I came out of surgery, I was like, oh, I gotta pee. I told them right away, I was like, I gotta pee. And they did, I forgot the name of it. It's in my post-op paperwork. I'll tell you guys about it later. But they did something where after the hysterectomy, which by the way, we were able to leave both ovaries, which is ideal, which is great.
Ranger, come. Ranger.
But after they do the actual hysterectomy, they like take a scope and put it into my bladder to make sure that there's no nicks or anything and that everything is still like functioning properly. So she said that a lot of times when they do that procedure, like your bladder will just kind of like kind of want to shut down a little bit. But as soon as I got out, I was like, yep, nope, I gotta pee. So she was like, yeah, but it could just be that we were in there. So let me go ahead and do an ultrasound to see if there is actually urine in your bladder. And sure enough, there was. So I was able to go to the bathroom on my own. It was amazing. So so that was one of the like green lights for me to be able to go home, as well as passing some kind of gas. So because they fill you up with gas, so whether you fart or whether you burp, somehow if you are passing gas, then that gives you the green light to go home. So I am home now, just planning on kind of relaxing. The pain overall is not crazy bad. I was just telling Sean, now I have had, excuse me, oh my gosh. Yeah. It's fine. This is what we're working with here. The pain is not crazy bad. I was telling Sean on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm like at about a 6. I did just take a heavier pain med, but even at that, the dosage is pretty small. Like the milligrams is pretty small. So I should be okay. So I just wanted to give you guys the update. I am going to be up and walking around a bunch, but so far so good. This was definitely better than I was expecting. I like to prepare myself for the worst and hope for the best. So yeah, I feel another burp coming on, so I'm not gonna make you listen to that. So I'm just gonna rest for a little bit. I don't know that I'm gonna pick up the camera again tonight, but for sure I will pick up the camera tomorrow. But all in all, day 1, we're doing really great. So surgery went great, and I'm so happy to start this new chapter and get this going. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. I got so many amazing messages from you guys. It means so much to me, and hearing so many of you like, this was the best decision of my life. Like you're gonna love this. So it's so appreciated. So thank you. All right, I'm gonna build myself a little nest on the couch and hi Ranger. Build myself a little nest on the couch, get a heating blanket going, and just yeah, hang out for the night. So I'll check in with you guys a little later. Hey friends, hello and good morning, and welcome to day 2 post-op of my total hysterectomy. Still doing well, still hanging in there. I will say today's a little different than yesterday. Definitely the anesthesia is definitely easing more out of my body from yesterday for sure. So I'm a little bit more sore, more tender, but I haven't taken any Norco today. The plan is not to, but if I need it, I'll take it for sure. But so far I've just taken the Tylenol and Motrin. And recently I just took another Phazyme or Gas-X. The gas pains are a little bit more there today. I don't know if I told you guys yesterday. I apologize if I am going to be repeating myself in any kind of way, but the gas pains really weren't bad yesterday. Mainly the gas pains that I was feeling was under my right rib cage. And that was still while I was at the hospital, and asked, this is from gas, right? And she said yes. So she's like, just, walk it out. 'Cause that's the biggest thing, is walking during recovery of this. Now don't overexert yourself. Don't go jogging. I'm not walking the dogs in any kind of way. I'm not lifting anything. I'm literally just doing what I'm calling hot laps around the downstairs of our home. So I'm literally just like going from the couch and then just making a lap around the downstairs of our house a few times, probably every hour. I am just up and walking. That's all I'm doing. I'm just walking. It was so funny. I don't know if it was this morning. I think it was early this morning. Ranger was actually just walking with me, just totally just staying like right by my side and just walking with me, which was so sweet. I'm sure he's like, Mom's lost her mind. She's walking in circles. But Yeah, so far so good. Like I said, today is a little bit more sore, a little more tender. I took the Phazyme yesterday as soon as we got home, which is the Gas X. And that seemed to really help with that that gas pain in my rib cage. But then I didn't take any today up until just like a little bit ago, because I was feeling different gas pains, more because now that I'm eating crackers and things. I had soups. The soup last night was great. It was just because I know I had mentioned we went out to dinner the night before. We went to one of our favorite seafood places. Well, that's a whole nother story. That's not for right now. Did you hear me say one of our favorite seafood places?
It used to be.
It used to be. Service was absolutely horrendous. If you guys know us, we like to get in, get out. We usually know exactly what we want to eat pretty quickly after we get there. And usually we're in and out in like an hour, hour and a half. But we were there. We got there at 3:30 and didn't leave till like 5:30. It was the service was horrendous. The food was good. The food was good. So I had gotten a salmon entree and with some carrots and peas and stuff like that, something pretty decent. And then, but before that, instead of like a salad, I went with their crab bisque. So I only ate half of that and had the other half for dinner last night, and that went really well. But I think now that I'm starting to eat foods, like the gas is starting to build up like more in my stomach, and like my digestion and like things are moving in there, and my insides aren't super happy right now. But so I took the Phazyme or Gas X, and it's starting to help a little bit. But the biggest thing is just like moving. I do feel better when I am moving. So that's the other thing. What else did I want to tell you? Yeah, so all in all, still doing pretty well today. Like it's just a different kind of, it's just sore. It's sore and tender. I am wearing the belly binder, which I have to say is definitely helping quite a bit. We did sleep downstairs last night and slept pretty okay. I mean, I was up at 4, so I took a dose of Tylenol and Motrin at 10, and then again at 4 a.m. this morning. So we've been up since 4. We'll probably be taking a nap. I've been kind of on and off napping. So, but tonight we are going to go upstairs. My doctor said it is good to go upstairs if you feel like your body can do it. Make sure you've got assistance. The shower is upstairs, so I will be making my way upstairs by this evening for sure. And then we will be sleeping in our bed tonight. So looking forward to that. But yeah, just figured I would give you that little update there. Like I said, the belly binder I do feel like is really helping. Some people feel like, well, I don't want anything touching my incisions. I'm not really, for me, it feels more when I didn't have the belly binder on, because I just started using it today. I found myself when I was walking around doing my laps, I was holding my stomach, just because I felt like I needed some security, I guess. So this belly binder really, I do feel like is helping. I am very swollen. I look pregnant for sure. But I know that will go down with time for sure. So there you have it. There is your day 2 morning of post-op update. Here's your TMI update. This series is going to be all TMI, just so you guys know. There's still no bowel movement, probably not. I wouldn't imagine today. Hopefully tomorrow is what the game plan is. I'm taking the stool softeners. I'm going to do the smooth move tea later today. And then if still nothing, I'm going to do laxatives tomorrow. So here's hoping that things will kind of get moving. But yeah, figured I'd give you that update. So far, so good. Different today. A little more pain, but more like sore and tenderness. So, but still doing okay. I don't feel like I need the Norco right now, but if I do feel like I need it later, I'll take it as needed. So there you have it. I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. By the way, shout out to my husband. He's amazing. He grabbed my grabber. He's like, I don't even know why. And actually, I helped him with it. He's like, I don't even know why you got this thing. Because you have me. Like, I'm here to help you. And he's been absolutely amazing. But he did drop his AirPods underneath the table next to his side of the bed. Or of the bed. Of the couch. He went upstairs for a little bit. And I'm like, oh, guess who needs my help? So I went and grabbed my grabber and got his AirPods. You're welcome.
Well.
Yeah. No, but seriously, I think during this process, it's so important to have a good support system. So if you have a spouse that's going to be home with you, or a parent or a sister or a friend, I think the help is most definitely needed, because on and off of the couch, on and off of the toilet is a little bit of a struggle. So all right, you guys, I will check in with you a little bit later. Hey friends, doing a little check-in with you. I guess is this post-op day 1 or 2? I don't even really know. I was counting yesterday as 1.
Yeah. And
today would be day 2. You may have just heard my guts. Doing my evening check-in with you on post-op hysterectomy day 2. Today was a pretty good day. I had some rough spots. The gas pains are very real when you start eating real food again. And by real food, I mean, we're not talking like hamburgers and stuff. It's just been crackers and soup and things like that. But getting food into your system again and kind of getting things going, the gas pains are real. But TMI, I did have a bowel movement, actually twice, and that is a huge success for me, because that is definitely something I was really nervous about. And that's what you hear a lot about with the surgery, is that, you know, with the, not only the medications, the pain medications, but also just the disruption in the area can really kind of mess up both your bowels as well as your bladder. But so far I'm doing really well. So I would definitely say that today was a success just as much as yesterday. And we've just been kind of laying low. Sean is an amazing nurse, amazing caretaker, making sure I'm up and moving around, making sure that I've got everything that I need. And yeah, so I did make one trip up the stairs, showered, feels so much better. And then we are going to be sleeping upstairs tonight. So just taking some baby steps, but doing what I feel like I can do, trying not to overdo it. And now we're gonna watch a movie. So which we're doing Die Hard?
Yep, a Christmas movie.
A Christmas movie. We're gonna watch a Christmas movie, which is Die Hard. So figured I would pick up the camera and do my evening check-in with you guys. I'm not gonna have this be like a week-long thing. I will continue this series, but I think I may close out just this particular video tomorrow and then just start the next round of videos after that. But wanted to just do my check-in with you and let you know things are still going really well. So post-op day 2 in the books. All right, you guys, have a good night. We are going to hang out and watch a movie. I'll check in with you in the morning. Hey friends, happy Thursday, and happy post-op day 3 from my hysterectomy, and things are still going pretty well. I will say, I think I told you guys last night already that the gas pains were more apparent yesterday, as well as through the night last night. We did wind up going upstairs and sleeping in our bed last night, which made a huge difference. What are you doing?
I'm okay.
It hurts to laugh. Oh goodness. Sean is keeping himself busy with house projects. Oh gosh, don't make me laugh. But we did sleep in our bed last night, which did make a huge difference in terms of quality of sleep. I do have a wedge pillow, and that really helped, even though Sean said I looked super uncomfortable, but it actually was pretty comfortable though. Sean was amazing, woke me up when I needed my pain medication. Still not taking the Norco, just taking the Tylenol and the Advil, and that's doing the trick. I was up walking around a bunch today, just kind of doing some stuff. Sean was offering to help me, and I was doing a little too much, so I am feeling a little bit sore from that, but all in all, still doing really well. I'm just kind of resting now that I'm feeling a little bit sore. But I think that's the biggest thing is, you know, and everybody says it, like, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. I don't know that I necessarily overdid it, but I can feel that I was probably up and doing a little bit too much, but still doing really well. So definitely, you know, day 3 is off to a good start, and I had an egg this morning for breakfast. TMI, the bowel movements are still happening, so that's great. Michelle is actually going to come over for a little bit today, so that'll be nice to see her, and Sean is going to run up to the store while she's here, kind of hanging out with me. So that's kind of what we have going on. We're just kind of hanging out. Like I said, Sean's kind of keeping busy doing some stuff, and then I'm probably just going to rest here for a little bit, but I'll probably do one more check-in with you guys before I actually put this video up, and then I'll continue on with this series. But I just figure I'll do like a few days in one video and then do like the next set of days in the next video. So figure I do my check-in with you. Things are still going well. Belly binder is amazing. I wear it most of the time, but then I kind of give my belly a rest, but it feels really good. It feels really like secure. So especially like if you're laughing or coughing, I haven't had to sneeze at all yet, knock on wood. So guts are still intact. So we're Shirley likes to be hugged. So, all right, you guys, I will check in with you in, I don't know, a little later today. But so far, so good. Post-op day 3 is going well. Hey friends, doing my end of day post-op day 3 check-in with you guys. This will be the last check-in for this video. I will still be vlogging throughout this recovery, so I'm just trying to keep the videos a little bit shorter. Shorter for my standards, if you will. If you have been hanging around with me, you know I make long videos because I am long-winded, but I'm really wanting to keep these videos a little bit more trimmed down and just kind of straight to the point. But anyways, so day 3 in the books is great. I did kind of overdo it. I think I told you guys that this morning. I did overdo it a little bit. I was feeling really good. I was helping Sean help me with some stuff, and I did overdo it just a little bit. So I was a little bit sore. So I took it pretty easy the rest of the day. I did push my meds out about an hour later than I needed to. I'm still not taking the Norco. I'm just alternating. I'm doing Tylenol and Motrin. I haven't needed to take any of the Norco, which is really, really great. I am a little tender, a little sore, but all in all, still pretty well. So kind of a recap from where we're at up until this point. If you see me looking down, I did take notes just because I didn't want to forget certain things. And if I am repeating myself, I do apologize. I'm sure in the very beginning, like right after surgery, I still had some of the like IV medication, and I'm not sure, let's be honest, my memory isn't absolutely amazing anyway. So that was like definitely a day or two ago, and it could have slipped my brain on what I've already told you. So if I am repeating myself, I do apologize, but I just don't want to miss anything. So surgery day timeline, I was asked to be at the hospital at 10:30 in the morning. My surgery wasn't actually scheduled until 12:30. They basically took me back to pre-op at about 11:30. I wanted to film a little bit when I was actually back in pre-op so you could kind of see kind of the process, but things move very quickly, at least for me in the hospital that I was in. Things move very quickly when you're in pre-op. You get undressed and you've got like 75 people that are coming into like your pre-op area, asking what your name, date of birth, your medical record number, ask you if you know what the procedure you're having done, have you sign a release in case things happen, ask you what your allergies are, kind of go over, the anesthesiologist will come in and go over like what to expect. And you have like 75 people coming in and saying the same exact thing. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, so got all pretty much ready. I was nervous, so she did give me a little something. My blood pressure was totally fine. She did give me a little something just to kind of relax me. The surgeon, my doctor, did come in beforehand and just say, hey, it's time, it's ready, are you ready? And like, yeah, I'm ready, I'm nervous, but I'm ready. And she said, good, there would be something wrong if you weren't, a little nervous. But she just said, she just reassured me, like, I've got the best staff with me and we are going to make you feel so much better. You're going to be out of here before you know it. My particular hospital that takes care of me, this procedure is done laparoscopically and they see it as outpatient. I am totally comfortable with that, especially based on my recovery up until this point. Now I know anything can happen, but I know it's still early in the recovery. I'm not like willy-nilly, okay, I'm all out of the woods, but so far so good. I feel like I have been able to get decent rest at home. I feel like I've been doing pretty well here at home, so I am totally fine with the fact that it was outpatient for me. Some hospitals do, and it depends on your medical provider. if they want to see you stay in the hospital for a day or two. I think it really does depend on the case. It depends on the person. It depends on the hospital. It really does just depend. So just please know that when I am sharing my journey, it is just sharing my experiences. If you are questioning any type of medical procedure or anything, definitely consult with your medical professional. I'm just simply sharing my experience. So yeah, so I was taken in pretty much, I think I was brought in just a teeny bit early, but they did give me a little something just to relax my nerves and brought me into the OR. I did actually ask my surgeon, we were just making kind of small talk, and she was, I was just asking like how things were going, and I wound up asking her what music she was planning on listening to, and she's like, oh, you know, today we've been listening to Dave Matthews Band. I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know, she's like, is that okay with you? I'm like, sure, I'm gonna be out, so it's totally fine. But you know, just making those small talks, I don't know, for me, it really helps kind of calm my nerves personally. So, and then I woke up out of anesthesia, and I remember the first thing, and this is where I may have already repeated myself, but I remember the first thing, I was like, I need to pee. I was like, I really need to pee. And I know the nurses were telling me like, yeah, I don't think you need to pee. They did this procedure where they stuck a scope into my bladder to make sure there were no nicks, no injuries, just to make sure everything still looks okay in the bladder. So she's like, because of that procedure, a lot of times you can feel like you need to go pee. I'm like, yeah, I need to pee. She wound up doing an ultrasound and seeing that I did have urine in my bladder. So I was able to pretty much get up right away, and I had no issues peeing. And I am so thankful for that, because that's one of the things that can keep you from going home. Or in my case, it was still going to be an outpatient surgery, but you would go home with a catheter. And I was like, I'm not going home with a catheter. So I'm like, I will give my bladder a pep talk, whatever we need to do, but I am going home without a catheter. So, and I'm really, really glad. I'm so thankful. I'm so fortunate, because every single person's recovery and coming out of surgery can look totally different. But I'm just very, very thankful how my body has responded thus far. I was able to pee right away. One thing I do want to say, it burns like a mother. It burns like crazy. And things, because your uterus is in the same area as your bladder, as your colon, you know, things just feel a little bit different when, you know, when you have a hysterectomy. Things just kind of need to find their new placement. And it burns and it feels, and I think for me, because they did the procedure where they stuck a scope into my bladder, that probably doesn't help the situation, but like I can actually feel my bladder kind of like, I don't know, it's hard, like a pressure almost when I am going pee, not quite like a bladder infection, but kind of along the same lines. That's normal. Just keep up with your fluids. That's at least what my doctor has told me. Just keep up with the fluids, keep going pee as much as you can, and things will kind of regulate. It has gotten a lot better since then, but I find that I am still getting pain like first thing in the morning when I take my first pee of the day. It does burn, and it does like kind of have that weird kind of pressure in my bladder when I'm going pee. But as I'm using the restroom throughout the day, it does get better over time is what I'm finding. What else from the day of? I was released. It was like pretty much, I feel like I was released like right around 5 o'clock. I remember I texted Sean right at 4, and I told him like I'm awake, you know, and then he came, picked me up. I was kind of up and moving around a little bit quicker than what they were expecting. So I was released, discharged, and came home. That first night was pretty good. I only took the 1 Norco. That's really all I needed. And then I've just been on the Tylenol and Motrin regimen just to kind of keep any soreness, any tenderness under control. So let me see here. Gas pains. So I know I've already talked to you about the gas pains. Day 1, it was very different from what I've been feeling lately. It is normal to have gas pain, at least in my post-op instructions from my hospital. It said you can feel gas pains 6-7 days afterwards, because it's still just kind of like in case you are just newly researching hysterectomy information, when doing pretty much any abdominal surgeries, they will put gas into your abdomen so they can kind of see what it is that they're working on. And that leaves you with some gas in your stomach when you wake up. And so for me, it wasn't too bad, but when they were getting ready to discharge me, I felt it in like my right rib. I could feel it pretty good. But that did wind up subsiding. I've been walking a few times every hour, not through the night. I do try to get some sleep, but
hey everyone.
Sean says hi. But that kind of subsided. What?
I was trying to scare you.
Oh, nope. Can't scare me. And that did subside. But then it changed to, I just have what we call in the Rowberry house, the bubble guts. So now that I am eating more substantial foods and things, there's still like I was telling you, my digestive tract is kind of getting back into the swing of things, and so but still some of that gas is still kicking up. So I'm still taking the gas medication 2 times a day, so that does definitely help. So if you are going through this type of surgery or a surgery that does involve them using gas, I highly recommend using a gas medication. The belly binder has been a lifesaver. Been using it on and off. Sometimes I do feel like I need a little bit of a rest from it, but for the most part, it feels nice to have it nice and secure. The other thing, definitely get up and walk. Walking actually makes me feel better. Just walking, I just do little like hot laps around the house, not doing anything super strenuous. Just a little bit ago after I ate dinner, I just had some soup, some orzo and chicken soup. It was really good. But then I just felt like I just needed to stand and like do some work on my laptop for a little bit because I've just been sitting on the couch. Definitely rest, but if you feel better up and moving, you should. It gets your blood going, keeps you preventing blood clots and things like that. Do what feels best to your body for sure. And then just ease into eating. That's one of the things that my doctor recommended, was just like, don't come home from the hospital and have a big old breakfast burrito. Even though it sounds amazing at this point, it'd be a little bit of a shock to the system. So ease yourself into eating. That's what I've been doing. I had some macaroni and cheese for lunch and it was really, really yummy, but then I was back to soup for dinner tonight. So just kind of easing back into like bigger, heartier meals, I guess. So that's pretty much where we're at up until this point. Recovery is going really well so far. I am going to be taking my bandages off, or at least the one bandage. I've got 3 incisions. There's 2 on like near my hips. There's 1 on each side of my like hip area, and then 1 at my belly button. That's like the big bandage. So I'm going to be changing that out for the first time tonight. I'm getting ready to take a shower now, and I'm so excited to just like get nice and clean, and just we're going to relax for the evening. So figured I would go ahead and kind of finish out this first start to the recovery vlog. Like I said, I will still be continuing this recovery journey just to give you guys any updates on any changes that are happening, but so far so good. This has been pretty much a cakewalk. It's, definitely a lot better than what I was expecting for sure. I do need to remember to just remind myself that, I am still recovering and not to push too much, because even when I'm feeling good and want to do some stuff, my body's like, wait a minute, we're still kind of recovering. So, but so far so good. And thank you guys so much again for those of you who have sent messages, and it's meant so much to me. The love and support and the prayers have meant so much to me. Huge thank you to my husband. Support system is huge when you are having any type of surgery, but something like this where you do need a lot of help, it definitely makes a huge difference. So all right, you guys, so that is it. That is going to be the start of this recovery vlog series. Not to worry, there is still more videos to come, but figured I wanted to keep these a little bit shorter as I am finishing up this almost 13-minute segment. So, all right, I love you guys. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to leave them in the comments, or as always, you can always email me. My email is in the description. So, all right, you guys, I will see you in the next recovery vlog. Bye, guys.